So as you can see, I kept working, so I've arranged my petals around the outside. Now I need everything to stay here, so I'm going to go ahead and glue it down. Now in class, we would have a glue ball and everything I would provide for you. What I've done here is I just squirted some glue on this extra piece, and what I can do is I can just dip my finger into that and use it to apply the glue onto my pieces. I don't want to have to remember where everything goes, so if I can try to take one thing off at a time, I'm turning this over. Oh, everyone knows I use the back of a cracker box now. So I'm dabbing my glue on there, and then I'm going to take that. Because these are kind of thick, you might have to put them on and then sort of wiggle them into place. So then I'm going to take off this one flower petal. I'm going to put glue on it. Push it down, but then remember, because it's thick, you're going to have to wiggle things into place. So I'm going to continue doing this all the way around for each one so they do not move. Now, when you guys were looking at the page that had information about Andy Warhol's flowers, something that I mentioned, oh, I missed one. Something that I mentioned was that there's texture when you look at the painting itself. So the flowers seem like they're painted kind of smooth. But then the stuff in the background, most of them were green. It has a very scratchy, rough look to it. To me, it's almost like that's grass, like the flowers are growing in the grass. So what I'm going to do is once I have my actual flower glued together, is I want to have some of those things with that rough texture in the background. Now I have all of these pieces of this extra stuff left over. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to chop off little parts of this from when I was making my flower. And what's happening is you can see they're jumping away from my scissors. So that's going to be hard to take these tiny little pieces, and I'm going to zoom out so you guys can see this a little bit better. But these tiny little pieces here, when I was cutting, they were just jumping all over the place, getting away from me. So what I'm going to do is get some glue on my finger, pick it up like that, and then stick it on the background. Pick it up with the glue, stick it on the background. Pick it up with the glue, stick it on the background. Now it doesn't matter, like on here, it doesn't matter, like I could do this and I could let the blue part show, but we're going to use this to print with, so we're not actually worried about the color. Like I'm not choosing the pieces because of the color they are, I'm choosing them because of how thick they are. So this is going to give me texture on the background. Later when this is dry, when I run my hands over it, because I use this thick stuff and not just flat paper, I'll be able to feel the texture, I'll be able to feel the levels of the different cardboard layers that are on there. Alright, so you guys will keep working on yours, and then I'm going to show you how we're going to print with this.